Hello everyone and welcome to Beast Quest Beast Review Series 21, The Sorcerer's Revenge. I'm your host Adam Ferns and this actually sounds like a great intro. Wow. After so many videos I finally got an intro. Okay, so Series 21 as an overall perspective without giving too much away is a good series. Some beasts are a bit disappointing with how much expectations I had for them. But other beasts are not, and actually pull through for what I expected from them. Sorry. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. So, first beast we have is Scrymon the Biting Horror. Now, as I will say this before I really start with his scores, I do judge the design aspects on the cover. And especially for these newer generation books, I do the total for designs there already and write down my thoughts on them. That's already set in stone. Like series 22 and 23 are already done for that part. So for Grymon's design, I did give a 9 as it was very unique at the time. Well, when I saw it anyway, and I found it really intimidating. I only come to realise that it's a damn mole. It's a giant mole, so that was a bit disappointing, but because, as I said, these are set in stone, so I can't really change that now. Grymon does have a high score for design. Trust me, he needed it. The abilities for Grymon is a 7 out of 10, as it's not really that impressive. It can dig underground, it's got slimy fur, and its tendrils can be used as extra claws. These purple things, but that's it. That's pretty much it. It's got a thick hide and slimy fur. It can dig underground, and its tendrils can be used as claws. That's it. The fight I'm giving a 7 out of 10 for the simple reason, it's basically Komodo. The fight with Komodo was basically Tom sliced off his tail. He fell down a cliff and died. Grymon didn't lose a tail. He fell down a dirt hole and snapped his own neck. Boy! We're at series 21 and yet you can still snap your neck. What the hell? What the hell is wrong with this? What the... Okay, Okay, I feel like I just saw something because there was like a little flash of light coming from the corner of my eye. Okay, but what the heck? Like, series 21, a great design beast dies by a neck snap. I'm disappointed. Oh, God. Anyway, the total for Grymon is a 23 out of 30. Great design, but the abilities are boring, and the fight was basically Komodo's, which is another major problem. If you recreate a fight that is similar to another beast, make it seem better. The next beast does it better because this fight is basically a rehash of Tusks, and I hate Tusk. So up next is Skra the Night Scavenger. Design is an 8 out of 10. Not as interesting as what I thought Grymon's was, but it was actually true to its damn design. But I like the purple fire on its back because it's actually unique because we haven't seen a purple fiery beast before. And the fact it's basically a cross of multiple animals is something which I kind of find interesting. The abilities are a 7 out of 10 because it is fast, we've seen that before. Sharp claws, we've seen before. But its claws can melt, set fire or melt what it touches. And if he gets washed with a bunch of water, he can evaporate it. But if it's like a large amount of water, like a lake, he will need to rest from it. But apart from that, he absorbs water. I was meant to say in Rykar's review though, his fireballs can melt rock, but they can't evaporate water as well as Skra's. So Skra does beat Rykar there. The fight against Skra is 8 out of 10 because, like I said with Tusks, teamwork is something that I look for in a fight, which is what this has. and basically getting hit by Trunk, it throws the logics of Pokemon out the window. Water is weak to fire. Fire evaporates water. Okay. Fire strong against grass. A tree trunk beats fire. What the what the hell? But okay, it was good, and I think it was rather fitting as well as it. I liked it. Like, I liked the fight. It did involve teamwork, and the fight before that, where it showed how strong Skrar was, evaporating water, and also melting the ground that he touched. He's going to be a formidable opponent in Battle of the Beasts. Oh god, that's really good. Oh god, my throat's starting to get dry because it's a back-to-back recording with the last video, and I got a bunch more videos to do. I really should have recorded this one last, as this is going to be uploaded last. But up next is Tyrantix the... Wait. Total for Skrar is 23 out of 30. It's a good design, and fight and the abilities were good. But they come with obvious flaws to them, or drawbacks. That being, if you absorb too much water, you're going to need to rest, which is going to cost him in Battle of the Beast, but hopefully he won't need to do that. So I like to see Skrar make it really far in this tournament. Speaking of which, I finished it earlier today. Up next is Tyrantix the Bone Spider. This one I was looking forward to, for the simple reason we haven't seen a spider beast since Arachnid, and it looks very interesting. Design 7 out of 10. It is the weakest design out of all of them, but I'm giving it a 7 for the simple reason it is essentially a big Arachnid but spider fight. See, Arachnid was a 6, but Tyrantix 7, so yay, a boost. The abilities are an 8 out of 10. It's virtually indestructible like Stritor was. It can regrow its limbs, and it can shoot out a sticky goo like Arachnid's web that can trap her victims, where she can eat them or drink their blood like proper spiders should. I believe there's another I believe there's another ability I'm thinking of, but I actually can't remember it. So those abilities must be really good. And I personally think they are, because because as I just saw my summary of it, the regeneration one, and the fact it's virtually indestructible, is the part which basically summarises this beast, and why I gave it a high score for abilities. The fight is an 8 out of 10 though, for the simple reason, do I have a reason for this? Do I have a reason? I should have a reason. I think I do. Do I really though? I don't know. So yeah, let's do it. Okay. The fight is an 8 out of 10 for the simple reason it was the king, their queen, and their guards along with Tom versus Tyrantix, whilst Alina was flying on Storm. Storm had wings. With the new baby boy, of the king and queen, back to the city of Avantia, so then he'll be safe. Whilst everyone else fought Tyrantix, it wasn't until Furno, this is extra points for him by the way, came flying in, already really weak because all the beasts were knocked out and they just woken up. He's still rather weak. He shoots fire at Tyrantix, not killing her, but making her bones very brittle and fragile. One slash of Tom's sword going underneath kills Tyrantix, making a bunch of goo come out, sinking her into the ground. That's mental! I love it! And the total for that is 23 out of 30. That's the third 23 out of 30 this so far. The fight was the best so far. The abilities did make Tyrantix one of the most hardest beasts to beat, and that is not a bad accomplishment. Hold on. Really? Okay. I feel like I've done something wrong with the adding up, because I was looking at the totals for each beast, and then with the totals for all the attributes, and I think I got a different number. So that would be... I can't do math. Oh god, and my calculator's there, so sorry about this brief pause, but I need to get this, I need to sort this out because I'm not sure if this is right. So bear with me for a second. Okay, hopefully I can do this whilst I'm doing the review on the last book. But so the last book is Lipida, the Shadow Fiend. The design is a 9 out of 10, as you should know. I love my bug-like beasts, and to have a beast like as threatening looking and intimidating as this, and being based off a moth, is very creative, and I need to appreciate it because it's actually really good. I love it. The abilities are 7 out of 10, as it can fly, its tail can be used as a whip, it has an ear-piercing screech, and its wings are incredibly sharp. So rather basic abilities, but still pretty good. The fight is an 8 out of 10, as it was Lipida versus Malvel versus Tom and Alina, and I think Dautek. It was good, but that's not the reason why I had it here. The reason why I had it here is because Malvel was against Lipida to try and kill her, so then all the beasts of the underworld can be released. But Dautek opened up a portal where the beasts of the netherworld, not the underworld, can come out where Lipida was supposed to go in, and just there was a lot at stake here. If one thing went wrong, game over. And to add on with that, it then ended up with Tom Sparta kicking Malvel into the abyss where he went into the netherworld. And according to what Dautek said, he should be dead. So with that being said, the total for Lipida is 24 out of 30. The best book of this series, as with any finale. The abilities were seen before, but the design is incredible. Now, please bear with me for this brief pause whilst I do some math. So 9 plus... I'm doing it with the designs. 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 9. Okay, the total for designs are 33 out of 40. Amazing designs throughout the series. Honestly, the best set so far. And they are for... I wouldn't say just the new age, for the new generation, but for the entire series. Excuse me. Now I add the ability 7787. Okay, total for abilities are 29 out of 40. Mediocre abilities, most were seen before, but none of them were boring, which is a great improvement from Series 20, because as you know, I hated Series 20. Now the fights, that would be a 7 for Grymon, 8 for Skrar, 8 for Tyrantix, and 8 for Lipida. 31. Ah, right, okay. I'm stupid. Okay, so the total for the fights is 31 out of 40. Good fights throughout the entire series. It was dragged down by Grymon, though. It would have been a rather good 32, but because of Grymon's rehash of Komodo, yeah, it wasn't good. Now, with those totals, it should get 93. Yeah, 93. Now I add these totals up as well, just to make sure I got it right. 23, plus 23, plus 23, plus 24, 93. Right, okay. So there's my mistake. I added up the fights wrong. Okay, so the grand total is 93 out of 120. Overall, a great series. Abilities isn't a great score like the previous seasons, but the others are good, and it was really close to being tied with the series with the best set of beasts. Well, with the best beast review. The best beast review, I believe, is Series 19, Kingdom of Dragons, and that's another season I really liked. And now, with that being said, we now go on to the rankings, which is probably the part which isn't needed for these reviews, but it's what I'm going to do. And after that, 7 episodes of ranking all the Beast Quest books from series 1 to 20. God, I'm going to be here for a while. They'll be divided in episodes of books of 15, so that'll be 7 episodes. The 6th episode would have 17, and the final episode would have 20. I like my top 20 to be in the same episode. But anyone, going on with the rankings of Series 21. Last place is obviously the worst. Grimon, the Bison Horror. And it's only here. It's not a god-awful beast. The only reason why it's here is because of its fight being so much like Komodo's. Its design disappointed me, and its abilities are kind of basic. But apart from that, it's an okay beast. Next is Tyrantix the Bone Spider. Now, this one I wanted to put second, but the reason why I didn't is because its design did pull it down a bit, and the fact that it's kind of a rehash of Stritor, also being a bone dragon, that one, a skeleton dragon actually, but having the regeneration is similar to bringing himself back to life, just less cool. So yeah, Tyrantix goes here, and I need to be honest, the story in this one isn't as good as second place, which is Skrar. And Skrar gets second place for its story being great. The villagers almost killed Arcta, which I would not really mind, but still. And its abilities aren't great, but I was really tempted to give Skrar an 8 for abilities as well. The reason why I didn't is because I would have liked to see another ability, like we had great abilities for that beast, but I wanted to see another one where it could boost it up to 8, maybe even 9. And now moving on to the best book of this series, in my opinion anyway, Lipida, the Shadow Fiends. Now the reason why it's here, design is incredible. I love beasts, and to have a beast based off a moth, a not very intimidating creature, seem very damn intimidating in the book, is great. So I showed the picture of this beast to so many friends, and each of them said, if I asked them a question, if you got to rank this beast on 1 to 10 for design, this is people that don't read Beast Quest, by the way, they all said 8 or 9, maybe 10. So I went with the middle number of that, which was also what I would have said anyway. So it's a unanimous agreement that its design is great for a beast that's based off an animal that's not intimidating at all. Abilities did draw it back, but I'm not going against that because it's still rather good abilities. And the fight was amazing with a Sparta kick for Tom to Marvel into the pit, where hopefully he's gone for good. I'm not saying I don't like him, but he's had so many he has so many plans to take over Avantia. Let the other villains have a chance. Kenza, Sampeo, Jezrin, the one that's in the next season, which I already read the first book. So Rhea, let them have a chance. Let them have more than one chance, Marvel. You had so many. And with that being said, that is all for this time. If you like what you saw or heard, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below. Before I do the rankings of all the books, apart from these ones, I'm going to get a drink, my throat is dry, and I'll see you next time.